Well, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and if you remember how huge this thing was when I started, it's about 1/10 the size now. It probably weighs about 15 pounds, and it was easily close to 75 to 100 pounds. There's a lot still left in here. All I've been pulling out are bolts and screws and nuts. I actually pulled out an Allen wrench. No more bullets, except I just started to see maybe a bullet right here. And I did finally just pop off a piece here where I was looking at a potential button that I'm going to clean off, and then there's a quarter hiding behind it. I think it's a quarter. It's going to take some soaking to pull off any kind of markings on that, but I'll soak it because that might be the first quarter. We're still going to see what's in the middle of this thing. I will post any really cool artifacts. I'm going to post all the coins that I pulled out of this because it really dates the clump, and the coins came out pretty good after soaking them in vinegar. All clad. Now, when you see a shiny piece like this popping out, you want to do cartwheels, but it's either aluminum or some kind of stainless steel. No markings on it. I thought there might be. Kind of reminds me of something that would be attached to a gun, but there's no markings on it. Okay, so we finally pulled out the quarter. I'm guessing it's going to be right around the same age as the pennies I've been finding, which is that 60s, 70s range. But I pulled out a cool Lee denim jeans little mini button. That was cool. Another penny popped out. Another lead fishing weight popped out. But of course, let's span it down here. As I started really aggressively whacking away at the thing, that's always when something cool pops out. So I gave this key a few nicks. Looks like there's a key there and possibly another coin or maybe another key. So it gets a little bit more interesting towards the center of this thing. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, the key just popped out. Wait 1 second. I'm going to gently tap out this potential coin again. Key.
Keys.
You think it's a key?
Yeah.
Ah, it's a coin.
Oh.
And another, I think it's another memorial. There's Lincoln. Oh, you see how fast that just flew? Yeah, I'll bang it out. I'm going to say it's another memorial. I don't see any wheat strands. Okay, thank you. And here are the final results of what I pulled out of that big concretion. Besides all the lead weights and the hardware and the nails and screws, I just videotaped now what had some value to it. So initially there's a crushed 1 cent. It's probably right along the dates with all these other memorial pennies and 1 cents that we have, from 60s to the middle 70s. The dates are the same with the nickels. What did we wind up getting? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pennies, 4 nickels, all between the 60s and 70s. And even the 1 quarter we pulled out is in 1965, which is 1 year after they were used total silver for the quarters, 64. A drawer pull, 2 snaps. The Lee jean snap is pretty cool. A key, handful of bullets, couple square nails, and a couple zipper pulls. All right, I'm back to the start of another week. Again, my favorite spot. It's just a little different air of nervousness this week because somehow or another, exactly a block away from where I am right now, there was a black bear sighting. Now, for some people that may not seem so unusual, but we don't have bears around here. The biggest thing we got to worry about is a snapping turtle, maybe some overgrown raccoons and skunks feasting on our garbage, but not bears. So I'm gonna keep my eye out. I might be able to get a video of me wrestling a bear. I've got 10 years of wrestling experience, 10 years of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think I could take them. Black bears don't get that big, right? I don't really know how big they get. Interesting little buckle. Brass. It's always cool to find the internals of a clock, but they don't normally come out in really decent shape. Even to make out some of the gears, they look like they're all starting to rot away. But I'm going to chip apart this and see if I can salvage some of this. That looks like a really cool part. I can see some of the gears in there. Maybe I'll soak it. Well, I thought I had a good long time here today, but look at what's creeping in on me. I'm not sure it did look like a coin at first, but it appears to be connected maybe to a piece of wood. So I'm thinking it could be a drawer pull. Yeah, it's more likely what it is. You're not going to give me a design. Up there it is. It's been a while since I've picked up this section where you can see, let's see what is hanging out in these little pools. It's a nice little lead bullet.
Oh, look, right there.
Oh, there's something right, look at that. It's a little washer. Some brass. I like the bullet.
What's this?
Pick it up, that's a fishing weight, I think.
No,
Is
I think
it?
it might be half.
That's just a big chunk of lead. No, well, we're gonna take that home, knucklehead. Here's another bullet. Oh, look at this stuff hiding in here. Nothing
Is
big
this a
though.
stick or a pipe?
This is a wire. It's probably good copper wire. Look at all the lead in there.
Why would it be in water?
Well, it got washed up.
Yeah,
More
but
bullets.
like
It's
so
an
much.
interesting piece.
It could electrocute someone.
Well, it's not attached to any electricity right now.
But the
Anything
wire's
else?
in it.
Nothing? We need all this sand to get pulled out. Not doing us any good until we get down to the muddy layer. All right, let me see. You're claiming there is a flower on that little piece of pottery. How in Sam Hill did you see that thing? Look at that little guy. Son of a gun. Good find. Don't move. Look at that cloud line. See the bridge? And look at that. I think that's rain coming down right there. And then there's nothing over there. How cool is that? With the price of copper right now, no one's going to argue about a spool of copper. That's for sure. Interesting little stake handle, maybe. Got some lead in there. This is more like what I'm looking for. Nice old little buckle with a nice little design on that. Little brass latch that just came out. Look how pretty this little door handle came out. Crazy. An interesting little spot. All this little hardware is coming out of here. Just a really interesting collection spot here. You can see all the stuff I just piled up over there. Nothing fantastic, but it's brass and copper, good metals. And this guy just popped out. Oh, look at you. Too bad you weren't intact. And a maker's mark. Well, you're cool enough to take home. I'm gonna put you over there. And why not keep scooping? I just picked out a button out of there. That was not easy to find. More copper wiring and still scraping along this edge. There's stuff coming out, but again, nothing spectacular. Well, don't you look interesting? Look at that pretty little bead. Excellent. What a color. Let's get that in the light. Oh, look at you. Huh. That's cool. So you always go back, and after your dig has been washed out, I'm gonna search around and see what else has shown up. So a couple brass pieces that I didn't catch before, especially that brass piece right there, which from here looks like just a cut piece of brass. But you gotta pick every one of these up, because when they come into view, look at this guy. How cool is that? A little cutout dog made of brass. Probably was a button. You can see a little holder there, the pin. There you go. What else is hiding in here? Piece of copper. Gotta look close. Well, just as I was saying, this little piece just popped out sitting right on top. I thought it was a ring at first, but it's not, obviously. But right next to it, literally sitting on top. I scooped this up before, I never saw it, and I don't know what it is yet. Looks like some chain link. Be very careful with it. Huh. Well, it's brass, but it is some kind of, I guess some kind of chain, some kind of costume chain. Look at that thing. God, I wish there was more in here. That and that. Well, I might be on a roll now. I like what I see. I have not picked this up yet. I just scraped it out. But it looks like a disc. It looks like some kind of design on it. What is this? I can feel the back of the pin on it. Oh, that's a military hat badge. I'm not sure if those are swords or guns. There's an E on it. How awesome is that? Look at that. Even the back part is still on there. Oh, awesome. Is there any writing on it? There might be. That was right in that same spot as those other pieces. Nice. Very happy with this find. It's a military collar badge. Not really sure if it's World War I or II yet. The center, that's actually a bullet in the middle of that circle. The center has me a little thrown off. It is artillery. I believe it's coastal artillery, and that would be Company E. I've seen the two cannons cross without the circle. The circle one, and I believe there's a bullet inside of it, might put it at World War II. Okay, so it's the next day, back at another low tide, and I had to try a different technique in this area. I found all that really cool stuff. So I'm sifting through some stuff, and I just picked up this interesting little, almost looks like the top of a key, but it definitely has some writing on there. I don't really know what it is, or rather what this piece is, but there is some writing on it, and I love anything that I can identify what we have here. Okay, that's about 4 or 5 sifts already, and as you can see, I am pulling out some tinier pieces, which is great, and I just pulled out a wheat penny. I'm not sure what the date is there, but we always like to see the wheat pennies. I think that's 1934, which makes sense around here. It's an interesting clip. Well, it might be time to recycle my copper soon. There's a lot in there. And my glove, all my lead. Well, we got something cool popping out of here right now. There's another one. I've been getting a lot of glass doorknobs out of this place in really, really fantastic shape. That guy doesn't even have a chip on it. It's a great little piece. I would not have seen this unless I did some sifting. Popped right out. This is again one of those moments that I wanted to start videoing first before I tried to break this apart. But it really didn't look anything obvious at first. But here's the first piece that broke off. And there is something here. Not sure what it is. I want to be very careful breaking the rest of this off, because that looks like that could be a little head of something. What do you think? I managed to chip the big clumps off, so it's broken in half. I'm not sure what the bottom would have looked like, and I'm still really not sure what she is. It might look like a nice little outfit. Some buttons in the middle. I'm digging in this hole following a metal signal, and I look around. Look what just popped out. Look at this little guy. Oh, I know what this is. And it is the first one I have found. Look at this. And that is a dice. The black is worn off. See the 4 holes? The 1 hole. Looks like there's 6 holes and a swirl blue. That is an awesome die. Look at you. Look how tiny you are. How cool is that? Just a couple more pieces before I have to leave. Nice small green, corked, not a cork top, twist off, but this really cool piece of pottery, which I don't recognize the artwork though. All right, this is gonna make this week a spectacular week. Look what just popped out up top here. It's a nice bit of wash. It's a little bit of blue willow. But that looks like a red and white. Yes, there you go. Okay, I like these. Hoping to find a few more sitting on top, because my curse is 1 marble a day. It's very rare that I get 2. Actually, I might have gotten 2 last week. Nice little yellow glass. You're having trouble seeing in my shadow, but I'm just scanning real fast. All right, maybe we'll get a second one today. I'm gonna do some scraping in there. I just picked up a fairly colorful bead. Yellow's not hard to spot, especially when it's something round. Well, I wanted to take a closer look at this gold colored piece because it's a little suspicious. A lot of mud on it. And no, probably not gold. Not sure what that is though. All right, look at this thing. I can't lie to you, I did not find this bottle here. A really, really cool gentleman who's doing some minnow catching over here just stopped by, and I got to talking to him a little bit. I told him what I looked for. He went home and he came back with this. Now that's no joke of a bottle. This thing's got an applied lip. It's super thick glass. Look at the bottom of that, the Ponto mark. Even the bottom's a little uneven. This has got to be middle 1800s. He just dropped this thing off for me. Paul, thanks a lot. And that's my twin brother's name too. Paul just dropped me off this awesome, awesome bottle. Look at the crackling in the paint. Well, it's not paint, in the glass. And some iridescence. That's an awesome bottle. No, I'm a sucker for the tiny perfume bottles. It's got a decent little bit of shape to it. I'm gonna have to bring it home. It's an interesting bottle that just came out. Looks like cherry cola maybe. But the sticker here, which is a horse racer, there's a jockey on a horse, number 3. Looks almost metallic-ish. See that? A couple interesting pieces I figured I'd bring home and clean up. This looks like maybe a roof of some kind of old toy, some kind of block. Another kind of handle, I'm not sure what the material is. Let's scoop around a little bit more in here. Did pull out a porcelain lid. I want you guys to know that I replay these things. But this is how it happened. You see the little greenish corroding copper? So I see it there. I'm gonna pull it out. I did this already, but I was very surprised to see what actually came out, because it is something more than just a piece of corroded copper. It is some kind of buckle. There's a guy's head on it. There's writing on it. I have no idea what this is. Looks like a big coin, but there's more to it. Look at this. I'm gonna do a very light rinse. It's sitting right there. See if I can make it down here and give this guy a little rinse off. I think it's copper. Yeah, it's some kind of buckle. I don't really know. But I do love it. What is going on here? See if I can dry you off a little bit as the bugs bite my ear. Yeah, until I dry that off completely, I'm not really going to know what that says. But there's definitely a guy on there. Awesome. Awesome. What a week this has been. Look at that. I just managed to knock this rock down so I can see a few things that are behind it. It's a cool little bottle. Not super old. Twist off. Really trying to stick to the cork bottles now because I just have so many. Nothing else behind this rock. The big one that came down. Nothing attached to it. And then we see what's behind it. Nothing in particular. All right, I'll scrape a little bit through here. Well, it didn't take them long to get all the way down there. But this little find that just came out of that sale in 1973, the year after I was born, penny memorial, but it's in unbelievable shape. Like it hasn't been touched since then. Strange. If you got one, nice little fishing boat coming in. He's down there somewhere taking pictures of it. I think I see him. Maybe not. A strange little piece. Looks like a drain plug. It's got copper here, lead in the middle, and a strange material as the plug. Comes the old man in the sea. Did you get any pictures down there?
I did.
That one boat that came in?
One white boat that came in,
Yeah.
There's a smaller boat though.
Yeah, sometimes the tiniest things are the coolest. See a little snap with the star in the middle? Well, that's about the tiniest frost earring I've ever seen. I'm not so sure about it being gold. It's probably gold plated. Some markings in the back. Oh, that's a fun little find.